Welcome to Lilac City Live. We've got some great guests for you tonight. KXLY's Kris Crocker. We've got the art of Jessie Hynes. The comedy stylings of Austin Langley. Musical guest, Summer in Siberia. And now, please welcome your hosts, Ryan Dean Tucker and Sean Lasso.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Oh, man, good. Oh, a lot of people came tonight. How many people came? Raise your hands.
Oh, you all showed up. Great. That's reassuring.
It's an old joke.
Still good.
Is this suit a little too loud?
No.
Cute? Ooh, ew, Mike.
You're making me look a little Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Shop for less.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Friends.
No. I usually am.
Yeah. He's a big Friends head, big Ross head.
That museum life, it's just so enticing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really blue. I feel the least lights.
It's good blue.
Okay. Like happy blue. Okay.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, blue I thought good for spring, you know, and spring is.
We're trying to
here.
get
Is it
going.
coming
It's
here?
thinking
It's almost
about it.
here.
Yeah.
Well, that's Kris. But my son is about to have a birthday. He's going to turn 6.
Oh, yeah.
And he wants a bike.
Well, that's the age for it, yeah.
Right?
You turn
No
6,
more
you want a
training
bike, your
wheels.
friends
He's
got
going to
bikes.
like go for it.
Yeah.
And then I thought about, when I got my first like 10-speed bike, you know, when you upgraded from the like little tiny BMX.
Which for our generation back, you know, like a couple 90s kids, you know, 10-speed, 12-speed, that was kind of the...
That was 80s, but...
Well, sure. That was primo, though.
I had a Knight Rider big wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Jumped up to a 10-speed bike. But I got the 10-speed bike and was just like over the moon, super excited, and was like, this is like having a motorcycle. It was incredible. And I was at, you know, it was my birthday party. I got the bike and then just was like kind of standing.
Just waiting for everyone to leave.
Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna take you out. And then I, you know, found a sweet moment. Had this big hill in my backyard and just bombed it.
That's what, yeah,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
bomb this hill. I'm gonna skid out at the bottom and bombed it. Was full speed, max speed, and did this. Like 10 speeds don't do that. It's like, oh, right, huh, and hit the front brake. Launched myself into the handlebars. Flipped out.
Yep.
Landed on my back, got the wind knocked out of me, and was like, and then a bird crapped on my face. So,
Well, of course.
I was 9 years old. Good birthday.
That's a good entrance into adulthood.
But you know, that reminded me of spring, and you know.
Statistically speaking, I think your kiddo's gonna have a better experience than you.
I hope
I'm
so,
just saying.
yeah.
I think it's gonna go a little bit better.
Well, let's check the weather and find out if he will have a good birthday. And we'll bring out our
excellent
first
idea.
guest,
Yeah.
Kris Crocker. Let's give a big round of applause for Kris. Hey, welcome.
Hi, Ryan. Sean.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh,
Oh, wow. Cool. Thanks so much for coming on.
thank you. This is so awesome. The view.
Isn't it great?
Ryan, the Sean. I love it.
A little Ryan, a little Sean, a little view. That's what we like.
We're testing the waters on that one. I think that might be the new tagline.
That's the new tagline. Yeah, you nailed it. So, you're the chief meteorologist at KXLY.
Yeah.
You got some
Sounds
fans?
very serious, doesn't it? Yes, I am. I do
how
the
long-
weather.
And how long have you been doing that? You're coming up on a
I
milestone,
kind of
no?
a big milestone.
Yeah.
Yes, in June it will be 20 years.
20 years?
Believe that?
Wow,
Yes.
that's
amazing.
fantastic.
I
That's
know.
especially crazy because you started doing it when you were 12 then?
Yeah,
or is that-
no.
Oh my goodness, wow.
Thank you. That was generous.
Where did you grow up?
I am a native Idahoan,
Okay.
but the complete other end of the state. It's a town called Idaho Falls City.
sure.
Oh, some fans, okay.
Yes. Which is southeast Idaho.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the potato part of
Oh, okay.
Idaho. Very different than North
Starch country.
Idaho. What'd you call it?
Starch country.
Starch country, yes. We made it through the no carb phase and we're
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were you always into the weather? Did you get a start into it? Do you have the little like make your own thing when you were a kid?
It is interesting. Idaho Falls is known for a few things: potatoes, Mormons, and nuclear physicists. Because there's a giant Department of Energy laboratory out in the Idaho desert.
Didn't know
and that's who my people were. And so I grew up, my father was a nuclear physicist and mom was a mathematician.
Oh my gosh.
And that's a weird way to grow up. It's all
those
science.
Fights at dinner.
All that, no kidding. It was all about science. When you see the world through a scientific lens, from the time you're born. And they really into the weather, both of them, because there's a lot of the building blocks of meteorology are physics and math, a lot of calculus and meteorology. And so,
I didn't know that.
Very into science and the weather in particular. And
you're actually really into the STEM programs, right?
Very much so. Yes.
And you started a new project to help kids get involved in math and science.
Because we are so in. My husband, who is here, we've opened a math business to get kids to really dig math because it is awesome. First of all,
right? Yeah.
Right? Hear it for
it's
math.
For math.
And people have this idea that they're not good at it. I hate math.
Right.
I'm not good at math.
I'm one of those people.
I am
you
too.
know
That's
what?
me.
Come on, you're not. It's it's. I feel like it's just the way people have either had maybe not a good teacher or just don't have the confidence.
That's the thing. I had I was supposed to learn it this way, and I was like, it's not clicking up here. I can't.
And that's what it's called Mathnasium.
Okay.
It's up on the South Hill, and we've got a way of teaching math where it does click. That we make it make sense.
You find different avenues for different learning styles.
Exactly.
Kind of just personalize it to the client.
Yes, and so many kids come in and they just have if you have a weakness in one area of your math literacy, you cannot move to the next level. So we identify where they're weak and bring them up. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I can do this. And you could. And Ryan, I think there's a mathematician in you. You don't even know it.
Well, I do have glasses.
I feel like I want to get you in there.
I would love to come by. That would be great.
You got to go do it for a month,
Well, I got my 5-year-old's turning 6. I got to start learning real math pretty soon.
Yeah, he's going to start coming to you for questions. You're going to have answers.
And that's the problem.
I can count apples all day.
Parents come in and they're like, oh, this Common Core, I don't know what these kids are doing. I don't get it anymore. This is not how I learned math.
Right.
And so we can help with that.
That's so awesome. So what's the end game? Is that you just want to have as many?
We just want, we're falling behind in these great. The jobs. My word, the jobs. If you know how to do math,
right.
And we really just want to help kids have the confidence to tackle these problems and get
rid of that
great
stigma.
Jobs. Yes. And I do love math. In these times where people are telling you the sky is, black and black is white and there's so many.
The earth is flat.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Thank you. I'm not going to get political, but in math,
you can prove
there's
those
only
things.
one answer.
Right, yeah.
And that is comforting when you read the paper and you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Go do a little math and be like, yes, this exists.
Well, math is beautiful because it's the same in every language. I learned that from Mean Girls.
Is. Many lessons to be learned there.
What's it called again, tell me?
Mathnasium.
Mathnasium, and it's on the South Hill?
it's on the South Hill. It's by Trader Joe's.
Okay.
So
you got a website of Mathnasium?
Oh yeah,
people
there's a
can look
Math,
that up?
and we got a Facebook, and yesterday was Pi Day, which is like an international holiday at Mathnasium. So we had...
And the master physicist himself.
Yeah, we had these kids, one kid, a girl, 190 digits of pi she had memorized.
Wow.
Memorized. We had a
Holy
contest,
smokes.
and it's not just for kids falling behind. It's for kids who are excelling, but they're ahead of the class and want to come in, and
not plateau.
fifth graders that want to come do some pre-calc.
Right.
We got them. And it's fun. You should come by.
Fifth grade. I
Yes.
would love to come
It's
by,
a
honestly.
math party.
Wow.
If you don't like math,
That's going to get wild,
you
y'all.
will
That's a good
leave
sign.
loving math.
Well, that's awesome. And what do you think about the library here? What do you? Isn't this a great space?
I love this, and I've never been here at night. I've been here lots of times during the day, taking many pictures, but being here at night is extra special.
Right? It's
Like
weird.
you're sneaking in or something.
I do.
you know?
The books
Yeah.
are here all alone, but the view is great.
Did you go to libraries a lot when you were a kid? Or?
I did.
Yeah.
My mother was a voracious reader,
Yeah.
and so she would take me to the library a lot. We had a great old library in Idaho Falls, and it was one of the old ones. I was telling someone that you had the card, and when you got the card, it was, sacred,
Right.
the library card, but they would do something that had like a metal plate with numbers and the ink. Did anybody else's library
Oh, I
have
know
that?
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you would I could stamp my library card number on my finger afterward in ink backwards and prove I'd been there. And that was sort of a badge of honor. I was at the library today.
Pretty good. Did you
And,
have a book that you checked out like all the time, or is there a special
I
book?
did have a lot. I've thought about this question a lot because I had a feeling you were going to ask me if I had a favorite book,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I should say something from James Joyce
Right.
or
Something heavy.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't. I love comedy, and I had there's a couple books that pretty much my favorite book of all time is. This is not very intellectual.
Oh, come on, give it to us.
The monster at the end of this book.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Grover.
Yeah.
Okay, that is still is one of my
read it
all-time favorite books.
Every day, pretty much,
Do
for the
you?
past 8 years.
It's still a thing. I know.
My
And-
oldest is 8, and he's still.
Oh my
loves
gosh,
it.
my
And
mom
I gotta do the,
could deliver.
Please do not turn another page.
You turn the page, please. Yeah. so yeah, anything silly. I read all kinds of things, and I love nonfiction. Reading the latest science, obviously. Great loss with Stephen Hawking passing,
Right.
and that was. I'm gonna go back and do some rereading.
Oh, yeah.
There, just because.
Yeah.
There's going to be
gotta.
no more. So
Right,
I want
exactly.
to absorb what was there.
Yeah, an icon for sure.
But yeah, when it comes down to it, David Sedaris and
Oh, yeah.
Grover, and
Yeah.
it's my favorite type of book.
P.D. Eastman. I know it because my son, The Monster at the End of the by P.D. Eastman, New York Publishing.
Oh my
he does the.
goodness. Good for him.
He loves to give copyright shout-outs.
That's very nice.
It's thorough.
Well, you're doing so many awesome things, and 20 years as a chief meteorologist. I mean, do you feel like you made it? Have you had that moment where this is I've done it?
I cannot imagine. Some people that say, "Hey, do you ever want to go to Seattle?" No, or somewhere else like they would have me anyway. Oh, I turn them down all the time.
Right.
So that has never been an option. But I like to think that if a bigger market called, no, I love Spokane. I mean, seriously,
Yeah,
where else would you rather be? When my husband and I moved here, we were just gonna, here, and then we'll go off to some other West Coast destination.
Sure.
But boy, we just could not.
it,
It's
right?
heaven here.
I love it.
So we're here for good.
We get to do
And-
fun things like this.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're making
Exactly.
it better,
Well,
Ryan.
and yourself too.
Oh.
So thanks so much for
Thank
coming on
you.
the show. Let's have a
Thank
big hand
you.
for Kris.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris, you can hang out with us on the couch, or you can
Lie
go
down
get
or
a
not
Yeah,
here?
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Join me. Hi.
I'm happy to hear. Yes.
Sean, what have you been doing? I haven't even seen you since the last show.
Yeah, I guess we haven't chatted. Just been hanging out.
Am I
enjoying
invading
life.
your space?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, Chris.
Hey, easy. He's gonna. Oh, there.
Should I wait until you
Just hanging.
introduce
Husbands,
the next
right?
guest?
There,
Yes.
dude.
So yeah, no, we haven't seen each other since the last show. But I was just kind of curious. I like to reflect on it, make sure everything was going
Yeah,
well.
it was great, man. You killed
You felt it was great?
Yeah, you were
You
fantastic.
didn't notice anything was little different? Did I seem off? at all?
Same old Sean to me.
Anyone
Anybody
here
from
that was at the last
show?
show? Seemed like yeah. I feel like it was a little bit. So I only pay for the best. I hired a stand-in last time. That was not me, Ryan.
A stand-in for the show. You
I
had.
was a hired actor.
Well, what were you doing?
Well, kind of figured, now we have the show. This would be a good venue. Pretty exciting announcement to make. It's kind of considered one of the world's last modern mysteries. With the internet, there's not a lot of those left. This feels like a good platform to introduce myself as Banksy. I'm the Banksy.
You're the Banksy.
Guilty as charged.
The, street artist, Banksy.
Trendsetter and tastemaker and revolutionary, whatever. There's a lot
I
of.
thought you'd be taller.
A lot of people say that, actually. Yeah. It's, for some reason, people think 6'5".
Wait, so what do you have a stand-in to? Were you globe-trotting? Doing
It's
rebellious?
fair to assume I am internationally known and acclaimed. My work has appeared in every continent on
Everybody
Earth.
knows.
Everyone knows
you.
Banksy. It's actually a lot closer than you think. I was just a hop, skip, and a jump over in a little place called Ritzville. Anyone?
So Banksy was doing work in Ritzville. What did you what building can you even tag there?
Well, it's think a little bit bigger here. This is a little bit bigger concept. Ritzville, Ryan, is the wheaty golden heartland of Eastern Washington.
I always just considered it the place I stopped to get zips on my way back from Seattle.
As do most. But if you look a little bit closer, I think you'll notice it's truly God's country. It's why we expanded west. It's possibly the only true American town. So I kind of used Ritzville as the platform to reveal my biggest art project, possibly of all time.
Which is?
Ritzville.
You made Ritzville.
Yeah. So, hear me out here. Invented a 100-year-plus history. Had the best people editing on Wikipedia. We started with about 24 actors.
So it's an installation piece.
Yeah, it's an installation art piece, basically. Yeah, long form, though.
Ritzville.
Very, very long form. Yeah! It's only been there since, I think 91 or 92. I can't really remember when we first started getting it going. But, yeah, started with a couple dozen actors, just kind of pretending that it was a place doing things that people do. And then over enough time, this convinced enough other people that also wanted to go to a place where there are people that do things. So people actually started moving there. And this kind of, over the years, lines started to blur a little. It's a lot of responsibility. Think just the infrastructure planning. I'm equivocally running the entire government there. It sounds like it's just Ritzville, but that's a lot of work, you guys. That's
crazy to me.
No, and it truly, I think I always knew this, but it wasn't sustainable. And as I think every parent does, and any artist who's here tonight can attest to, there's a certain point when you just know, my baby's got to leave the nest. They held a mayor's election last year from a non-actor. It is officially accepted into the union, and I'm here to announce that Ritzville, you are officially a town. Give it up.
Wow.
They've earned it. It's a real place now. So next time you're going through, and you stop at Zips, pause for another, a little extra moment. Notice the people, as Ryan mentioned, there'll be some little panel of people in turtlenecks smoking cigars and cigarettes and going, oh yes, Americana. The forgotten town. I see it. I get what he was doing here. So.
Well, if you're not doing anything this weekend, head down to
yeah, come check out this thing I've been working on. I don't know.
Check out
cool.
the art that Banksy did.
I'm Banksy, guys.
Wow. Hey, speaking of art,
Yeah.
we have another artist on here. You could probably throw her some tips. Let's go ahead and bring her out. Jessie Hynes. Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Oh, we're going to bring down the screen because we're going to show some of your pieces.
Ooh, exciting.
It's going to be awesome. So, Jessie, what medium do you work in?
All sorts of mediums.
Really?
Oh yeah. I do pen and ink is probably my preferred because I like to illustrate.
Ooh.
But I do a lot of screen printing. Those are screen prints from my illustrations. I paint in acrylics. I kind of do everything. I did ceramics for years.
Wow, so like just a
Yeah.
touch of everything. Is there one that you particularly, it's the pen and ink?
Pen and ink.
Yeah.
Illustration is really that's my jam.
It's your wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's
cool.
and screen printing is kind of just a way for me to get prints out. You know, make
I never
it.
really understood. So do you like draw it and
I
then
draw it.
and then they put it on
There's
the
a
silk
whole
screen?
process, yeah, and then you burn it onto the silk screen. You rinse it out and you pull the prints. You pull the ink
Yeah,
through.
I've seen that move. That's cool.
Yeah, these are more. Those are some more of my little illustrations. Those are actually based on cryptozoology, like cryptids, like lesser known ones in the United States. There have been hundreds of people who have said they have seen these animals.
A Loveland
Where's
Frogman?
Where's
Yeah.
Frogman from?
He's from Loveland, Ohio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and
He's got to
Caddy.
be like a mascot of one of the high schools.
Caddy is actually the Oregon-Washington coast. People said they have seen Caddy there. Then these are based on people's description of them.
Wow, interesting. So
yeah.
you just went off description.
Just descriptions, yeah. Because
Oh,
I didn't
wow,
want to.
cool.
I didn't want to.
Have people like tried to illustrate before?
Well,
Then
I
you
didn't
didn't
want to
want
have
to like.
ideas of what
Right,
I wanted
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
read people's. My favorite was the Indescribable Octoman down there, mostly because I love octopuses. But
That's the title, the Indescribable Octo.
nobody could quite describe him except for the fact that he was octopus-like. So it was really hard to draw from that because there's like hundreds of people who have seen this creature
Right.
but can't describe him.
That is so weird.
Amazing.
It's pretty funny.
Those
and then
look great.
the
too.
Jersey Devil down there is actually like a more common one. I think there's a whole video game for the Jersey Devil. Yeah.
Wow.
It's
How
really
long have you
interesting.
been doing art then? Is it?
Oh, my whole life. I've been
Yeah.
drawing since I was a toddler. Painting since I was probably like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And doing graphic design and actually like stuff like that probably since, that was in college, so in my 20s.
You went to school for graphic
Yeah,
design?
SFCC.
And you work now at
The Inlander.
and you're a graphic designer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Inlander fans? Yeah, all right, yeah. And what were some of the things you've done at the Inlander? You've done
I do a
some
lot of
covers.
illustrations in the Inlander. There
Yeah.
was a while there where they were doing a thing called Distilled, and it was stories about alcohol in some way, at all. And I was doing illustrations weekly for that. I've done a few covers. I do a lot of digital design though. Like I love to do the illustrations, but I do a lot of regular digital design. I make ads. I just did the whole best of campaign for this year.
I like this a lot.
Oh,
This is
that
really cool.
that was my. They needed a headshot from me, and I just don't have one, so I made a picture of me fancy.
I
That's
love
so
it.
good.
That was for when I did the global credit.
I like that you
union.
look down in your headshot.
Yeah. if you know me in real life, it makes sense.
Do you have a favorite piece that you've done?
In the Inlander, or
in
just
general?
in general.
Yeah.
Um.
One that you can't let go, maybe that you keep.
Oh, I don't know. No, I did. Well, I did, and I sent you a picture of it. A book for my nephew. And
Oh,
that
right.
That one is pretty special. I only got 2 copies printed, and I have a copy of it.
Is this here?
Yeah, I wrote a book for him and illustrated the book for him. It's about him.
Oh, amazing.
You wrote it and illustrated it?
Yeah, well,
Just for him?
yeah, we were gonna go visit him. They live in Georgia.
And that's real? Like that's the
It's
you
a real
bind
book.
it, you gotta
yeah.
bind it and everything like that?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. So I wrote a story about this octopus, and I read about this city, Tallaro, Italy, where an octopus apparently saved the whole city from pirates. It's like this old tale from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And so I
How many
basically.
people actually want this book now? Like,
And
that looks so cool.
Yeah, I just based the story around how he loves to play with Bodhi, but then he had to go save this city.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I made him
that.
a little stuffed animal, a little crocheted stuffed animal that matches the octopus
Oh,
that I
that's
gave it to him
incredible.
at the same time. It was kind of
That's
special.
so sweet. Recently you were doing a thing where you hid.
Yeah, that's a Global Credit Union does a thing called Tiny Treasures,
Uh-huh.
and they ask an artist to create a piece of art for them and then hide it around the city, and then you post about it and somebody goes and finds it.
Yeah.
And then they post about it. It's just kind of, I guess, creating awareness and involving local arts. And I gave you a picture of that as well. It's a screen print, and there's only one of this color combo in existence, and it was what I did for them.
Oh wow.
And it's like gold, and it's got a little like.
Do you know who found it?
Jen Fonto. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's that one. Yeah.
That one?
So I drew that.
Where'd you hide it?
Oh gosh. I hid it at Prairie Dog Mercantile.
Oh, nice.
Because I wanted them to buy pet treats because that store's awesome.
You do love animals.
I do.
Yes,
I
you
do.
have a beautiful dog.
Ah,
I love your dog.
she's my just sun and earth. Her and my cats are just my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
If you follow her on Instagram, there's a lot of dogs and cats.
Mostly dogs and cats. Probably only dogs and cats.
Yeah. And you even make books and stuff, and
Yeah, yeah.
like this incredible art.
I don't
but
really post my
dogs
art.
and cats.
Yeah. And this is an older piece I did. It was actually an idea for the Inlander. We were going to do this 3D thing. We never used it, so I ended up just going with it and taking it to make it my own.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a bunch of stuff? I know you and Justin just pretty recently bought a house. Do you have like?
Yeah, I have an
everything
art room with just a ton of art stuff in it.
Yeah.
I just mostly throw things in there and shut the door, and then
Right.
go in there and grab a bunch of things, and then when I'm done, throw them back in there and shut the door. That's how an art room works.
Like Monica and Friends.
Probably.
We were
back.
talking about Friends earlier. I love
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
And you know our musical act tonight, Summer in Siberia. You actually made this.
Yeah, I did their
You can come up a little later and check out.
Oh, I did that too. Yeah, their screen
Oh,
print
yeah.
for their EP, and then I also did their kick drum head.
How'd you
their
do
logo.
that? Did you?
I designed the logo in the background, and then we sent it off and got it printed.
Oh, cool. Wow.
Yeah.
I always just like drew on a piece of paper and X-Acto knifed it out.
We
Like,
did that. A few,
oh.
Yeah, I think.
Mine was pretty janky.
I think we've done one of their kick drums before with spray paint and like.
Oh yeah.
But this, it was fun
This
to
is
really,
fancy,
really
yeah.
make a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're actually married to the singer Justin Hynes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power couple.
And I have to say, you two are my like Spokane power couple. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're the cutest, sweetest couple ever, and she dotes on him like they've been together for 10 years, and I don't know anybody who is like still so.
He's just the sweetest guy you guys would ever meet.
Aw.
I'm super lucky.
Look at that.
That's nice.
Well, speaking of which, I think we're gonna have them come on. I'm so glad you came on, and
Thank you.
everybody like, this is amazing art, right?
Thanks.
If you pick up an Inlander, like make sure you read the little caption and see if Jessie did some of the work there. And then, you have anything coming up that like? People
No,
can
I
find
just
stuff?
spoke at the college to the designers, but I don't have any events coming up right now.
No.
I'll probably submit to Terrain and.
Okay, yeah, great. Well,
Thank
keep
you.
your eyes open for Jessie Hynes.
I
Just hang right here for a sec. And here's a look at my notes here. We're gonna actually have Summer in Siberia come up. You guys want to come up? Come on up. Yeah, Summer in Siberia. They're gonna play a song for us, and then we're gonna take a 10-minute intermission so you can get another drink or go to the bathroom or whatever. And then after that, we're gonna have them come back to a video. So when a video starts playing is when we'll be back. And hey, Summer in Siberia, how's it going, guys?
There they are.
Oh, good. How about you? Good. You show me your cool. I can't even play one keyboard. Wowza. You got 4. I can't know. You can't consider that playing. But we'll get off the stage and we'll grab these couches and then we'll have you guys play. And ladies and gentlemen, Summer in Siberia. Everybody, we're gonna play a quick video. I didn't see them if they're here tonight, but my friends. Oh, hey, Jordan and Morgan, there they are. They're right back there. We started this thing at the last episode. They started an Instagram called Every Damn Burger, and they're literally eating every cheeseburger in Spokane.
All of them.
And
Any
they
restaurant.
have. That's what the Instagram is called. It's called Every Damn Burger, and they go. To legitimate burger joints. And then the last one we did, they went to the Cafe Inn to have a
Surprisingly good burger.
And this episode, I occasionally, they do a lot more, but I just occasionally will shoot one for them that seems particularly funny. And this week they went to IHOP to have a cheeseburger. So we're getting to the bottom of the barrel for cheeseburgers here. But we're going to play this about 6 minutes here and enjoy the short little video.
How do you spell restaurant?
Restaurant.
Rant?
Restaurant, like A-U.
A-U rant. Rant. Okay, wait, which pancake dish should I choose?
I really love this one that's a talking captain.
You like that one?
Yeah, this talking captain.
Okay. Wait, hang on, you gotta get it off the logo. Hang on.
I'm not placing it. Yeah, so there's definitely more than one burger.
Mega Monster Cheeseburger.
Mega Monster? See, I'm looking at this Denver omelet burger. Does that count?
No.
Denver omelet burger?
I'm getting the cheeseburger.
Okay.
Because that's what we're here to do.
Okay.
And I'm committed to the goal.
Are you getting French fries or are you getting onion rings?
Friend fries? Best buds?
What burger did you order?
I got the cheeseburger. Just basic guy.
I also got a cheeseburger. Did you get extra onions, no pickles?
No, I don't think it comes with pickles. It didn't say pickles on
Oh,
it.
okay.
What did you guys do last week?
Last week we went to the Elk, and the Elk was shocking. And I don't say that because I don't like the Elk, because I've actually been to the Elk like maybe 100 times. Sure. But I hadn't had their burger since I was like a teenager, I guess, and so I didn't really think about it. They have a lamb sandwich that I can never resist. And the cheeseburger was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
it was really soft when you bit into it. It was like texturally really diverse. The beef was really, really, really seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like Big Mac style, so it had like a Thousand Island dressing type thing with the 2 layers of cheese.
Don't forget the lettuce. It had the shredded lettuce, the crunchy shredded lettuce, which to me makes or breaks a burger.
Yeah,
So that was
super
like
good. Really, really good.
mind-blowing.
Diced onions. I really love diced onions on a burger. No, it was...
Yeah.
It was crazy, and I don't think that it was like shocking that it was good. I think it was shocking that it was incredible. That I was like, this is my favorite burger I've had in a long time.
There's that. And they have the 2 pancakes, so they're like 2 smaller versions. Is that fine?
Yes, thank you.
That is like exactly out of the.
I was gonna say this looks like
menu.
the menu.
Yeah.
Like how rare.
Also,
I'd say
That could be a
medium.
little scary.
medium.
Well, he said how rare. I was trying to make a bad joke.
Oh. Cute. Thank you.
Any ketchup, Tabasco, Cholula, mustard?
Barbecue.
Barbecue? Besides barbecue?
I'm good. Thank you.
I forgot. I have to take photos too.
Full disclosure, this has my least favorite onion type red and my least favorite lettuce type just a piece of. So, get ready, I
Full
guess.
disclosure,
burger.
I think what I'm really disturbed by this onion is that it's sticking out like this.
Why does that? Don't touch my onion.
I gotta get another good
Wait,
shot of you making a crazy face
Oh
while
yeah,
taking.
exactly. Because that's what I do. Hey Jordan, will you put your mug right there? Oh sure, that's a perfect spot for it.
Does it work?
I mean,
Do I need to move it?
there. That's perfect actually.
Are you getting your onion ring?
Well done, thank
Get
you.
the face.
Y'all got the same. You just got onion rings.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's.
First, hold on. Who's going? You go.
We're
Same,
both gonna go at the
samesies.
same
Can
All
you
right.
get us both in the same
Let's
shot?
do samesies.
All right.
Alright.
1. Hang on. Okay, 3. Okay.
But
Man, you have taken one bite and like walked away. You're on like bite 4.
I don't care. I don't think it's that bad. The meat is good, and I like the cheese. Everything else kind of sucks, though.
it tastes like it has some kind of chemical in it.
Oh, I think
Like
that's
it
the red
tastes like
onions you're tasting.
No, that's not.
Look how like your where your fingers were on your bun. It is just like molded
God, the
Yeah.
bun is
into.
weird. The bun is weird.
The bun
It's
is
like
made of
clay.
The bun is made of leather, I think. Also, the tomato slices are about an inch thick, and they're.
Perk that up with some.
I feel like I dipped. Like every bite feels like it was just dipped in a glass of water before I took a bite.
Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
Hear this whole situation. We have to get rid of the onion.
Get rid of the onions.
And the lettuce.
Get rid of that bad lettuce.
And the tomato for
So it's
going all
not.
the way.
It's
Look
not.
at that tomato.
It's
that
not
has been in the
against the rules
fridge.
to get the tomato out of there.
Well, you took bites, right? Like
We
it's
did
a
it.
done deal.
Okay, so now like a true fat kid, I put a pancake on a cheeseburger.
There you go.
Do you want to try a bite, Jordan?
No, because I'm gonna put an onion.
Ooh, now you go. Now we're talking. Okay, wait. Okay.
Okay.
Adds a little sweet.
I hate it.
No. Sorry. Now an onion ring. I mean that's
that's a classic.
that's a
move.
classic move.
This helps.
Bite for bite. You want to try mine? I'll try yours. You got it, Jordan. We're in this together. Through thick and thin. That bite looks awesome, by the way. All right.
No, I gave you a good one.
Mmm.
Sorry about that. I got stuck at the register.
No, you're right. Oh boy.
That's a bummer, right?
This episode has turned south. Like it's such a good closer with the fortune cookie.
I know. I was thinking that.
We need some type of like sage
I think the last
advice.
thing you do is you include the audio of her being like, "How is everything?" And it's good.
That's great. Thank you. Should we just bring fortune cookies every time?
Oh, that's cute.
Should we have like a horoscope element where I read your horoscope at the end?
Burger? I hardly know her.
High five.
Can we high five again? That one is bad.
We gotta do the
We gotta do
the
Oh, we got Hang on. I need to like clear a path for myself.
This is
We've gotten too giddy. Brian,
You got
should
bedtime
never-
giggles?
You should never have come here.
That's what she said.
Burger.
I hardly know her. Every time.
Lilac City Live.
Jordan and Morgan are like right back there. So if you want any tips on the best burger in Spokane or the worst burger in Spokane, go and talk to them. It's at IHOP. Have you had an IHOP cheeseburger?
I mean, no.
I got the like kids menu cupcake pancakes,
Oh,
and they like
absolutely.
put sprinkles all over it, and then it
These
had
are
like
fancy.
an ocean spray like fancy drink. And I was like 12 years old, and they were
You gotta
like,
assume it's
eating
every
burgers.
kid's birthday with that meal.
Right.
You know, that's kind of what they're banking on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So up next, do you remember our openers Matt and Mara.
Double M.
They're actually, how do you say it? Improvisations?
Improvisationalists.
Oh, there it is. Improvisationalists. You can see them at the Blue Door Theater. You can see them doing open mics in town. And we thought it would be fun if Sean and I read I Saw Yous out of the Inlander, and then they might act out what would happen if they actually got
That's
to
what we all
meet
want to know. We want to know the conclusion
besides
to all
Saw You.
these.
So actually, I'm going to go grab those, and then I'll bring out Matt and Mara. Give a big hand to Matt and Mara. Oh,
I got you.
got it. Oh, okay.
You want the shorter one or the longer one?
I'll do that short one. There we go. All right. Did I get that right, you guys?
Hey, whatever you want.
Improvisationalists?
Improvisalism.
Okay, well, I'm going to go first, and this one's called Time for Tie.
The food.
Okay.
The food. I saw you on Thursday at Thai Bamboo. You were so helpful and kind to the waitstaff and those two little cuties that you brought with you. Those auburn curls sure looked amazing lit by that ever-changing ceiling. Maybe we can grab some curry alone sometime?
Fair proposition, I suppose.
Should I read it again? I'm going to read it again.
Round two. Let it soak in.
Because there's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. We have questions.
I assume this is a guy, and I feel like he might be a little confused as to...
We're hoping they're referring to the...
Nobody writes I Saw Yous for good reason.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Everyone's weird.
Time for Thai. I saw you on Thursday at Thai Bamboo. You were so helpful and kind to the waitstaff and those two little cuties that you brought with you. Those auburn curls sure looked amazing lit. I'm assuming he meant amazingly lit.
That's fair.
By the ever-changing ceiling. Maybe we can grab some curry alone sometime? So... Go. It sounds a little,
what are we talking about here? Yeah, it's a little...
Well, let's see what would happen. Maybe he is.
Let's see if we can put a positive spin on this.
All right, Matt and Mara, take it away.
Excuse me. Hi, you are coming into the kitchen again.
I'm sorry. I know it's just.
Look, you're really nice, but like we can take care of all the stuff we do here.
I need to know
like,
if your curls are auburn or if the lights just make it look auburn.
I'd say dirty blonde when people ask. It's not. You don't work here, so you don't have to.
No, but something is a work here. At work here. Listen, I don't do this normally. I mean, you don't know that because I've been here every day for 2 weeks, but ever since I watched you tip that server 20% because she was having a bad day and she didn't mess up. I saw that.
It's just a common courtesy amongst people who are in the industry. It's not that big of a thing.
And I know.
Listen, I need to tend to my children.
Oh my gosh, they're adorable.
Yeah, I need you. Can you just not look at them, please?
I'll stop coming here if you
Garrett,
want.
Garrett, get out of that. We don't put our mouth on those.
I'm just saying. I know you tip well and you make good-looking kids, and I think I would make a great mom figure.
They only look good. Garrett is stupid as heck.
That's probably exactly what would happen, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that was fairly accurate.
You got one up your sleeve? This one's a little lengthy, so.
Yeah, bear with us here. It's titled Driver's Ed. I first saw you about 6 years ago roaming the high school halls as a sophomore like me. I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that I would get to see you more in the class we shared. Although back then the timing was never right for either you or I still saw you and hope to see more of you as the years went on, and the time we were allotted together in the past was scarce, but was filled with happy moments and spontaneous adventures that I will always cherish. Now I find myself living a life in a different state with no one but you by my side and no one but you in my most recent and fond memories. I thank you for all the loving energy you give me and the laughs that we share.
Oh, it has a happy ending.
It does. I am grateful for this past year especially.
Well, is he with this person? I don't know if it is a happy ending.
And that's what we're going to let you guys figure out. They look forward to growing more in sync with you. So happy birthday. Figure that one out.
Okay. Got a few. Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, cutting class again? That's cool.
Yeah. I gotta finish my algebra before I get to algebra class. Which means that English loses out today. Hey,
Well-
are you gonna go to algebra?
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know, maybe.
And I love that class. You know what I love so much about algebra is the open seating. The open seating is because you can sit next to anyone you want, all the time.
Hey, Jeremy,
So, if you wanted to sit, no, you say your thing.
I have a hypothetical question for you. If in 6+ years, you could pick a place, it could be any state, 1 of 50, we have 50, to live with me.
I'm already in a suicide pact.
No, I mean, no, it's a different thing.
Okay.
It's more like a love promise. A love birthday promise in the States. It's not this state, it's 8 states over, I think.
Okay.
You pick the state. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Not a scrap of it is based in.
I love hypotheticals. I love algebra.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Cut to later in driver's ed. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Didn't see you in algebra today.
Yeah, I had to get all my driving done. Whoa, I guess you're in driver's ed too, huh? Crazy how time flies and now we're old enough to drive.
Hey, remember that question I asked you? That
Yeah.
hypothetical one?
My suicide pact thing is over, so if you can...
That's a relief. I just hope you would forget about it.
Oh, you're talking about the...
Hypothetical question
about,
I asked you.
when us...
If you could pick a state, celebrate a birthday with a love connection like myself.
It feels like the timing of this is all wrong. And I can't... Wyoming? Or Vermont?
Jeremy, I can't tell the difference between the two of those states. So it doesn't matter to me.
I can't think about this right now.
Hey.
I can't even put my foot on the right pedal to move the car.
Jeremy, listen. I assume we are old enough to rent a car.
Maybe.
Not a lot of details included.
No.
Let's drive our way to Vermont or Wyoming.
Okay, whichever one's closer.
Whichever one, I don't know.
Yeah.
In the car. You have brakes too on your side. Let's go.
You're doing really good.
Into the sunset, Jeremy. Here we go, baby.
Matt Dargan and Amara Baldwin. Give it another
Give it up for him. That was great.
Two of my favorite improvisations.
Approval.
We're going to keep the laughs rolling, and we're going to bring up our comedian of the night, Austin Langley. Come on up, Austin.
One of the funniest guys in the area. Please, give it up.
We can grab this one. How are you, buddy? Good. Oh, is that on? Check. I'm just going to leave you out to dry.
We're just going to leave you.
Let's make some noise for the Spokane Public Library for hosting this event. I don't know if I have a mic. Hey, yo, make some noise for everyone involved who got this thing going. It's super sweet. So I saw a bumper sticker recently that said, if you can read this, thank a teacher. If you're reading this in English, thank a soldier. Didn't really make sense, because first off, the damn thing's printed in English. There's no other way to read it. And even if I did have the brain power capacity to translate that to another language, probably thank another teacher. So the first time I was arrested, I was 13 years old, because my name's Austin and I'm an alcoholic. I got smashed drunk, decided to go to a high school football game. Now remember, this was before I was even in high school. I remember one of my only responses to the police officers was, "Good thing my mom takes it easy on me." which is part of the reason I feel like I have the problems that I have today. I claimed my first DUI at the age of 16 at 8 in the morning on my way to a job interview at McDonald's. Still have yet to decide what was worse for my life, if I would have got that job at McDonald's or that DUI. I hold the record at the local dive bar for being kicked out the most and still let back in. I feel like that says something about who I am as a person. I once walked into a random person's house at 2 in the morning. I feel like the drunk part is pretty obvious at this point. But I had to read in the police report that when they asked me why I was there, I responded with, I was told there was a party here? Like, you are the party, sir. But in 3 days, it'll be 5 years since I've had a drop of booze. Thank you. It means a lot. But, when I was drinking, I was gross, I was overweight, I was bloated, just an all-around terrible person. And when I stopped drinking, I started riding my bicycle, and I lost 40 pounds within the first month. My friends didn't put it past me that I went from booze to hardcore heroin. I don't know much about heroin, but I'm pretty sure hardcore's the worst kind. But that leads me to where I'm at today, seeking approval from strangers on a Thursday night at a super rad talk show. So after years of studying, it's dawned on me that old people are off their rocker crazy. The other day I watched an old person an old dude walk up to another old dude and go, "Hey, is your name Tom?" He's like, "No." It's like, "Oh, just thought you were one of my friends." It's like, how good of friends are you with Tom? I feel bad for Tom in this situation. He's got a friend over here who doesn't know what he looks like, and some dude who's just grateful his name doesn't happen to be Tom. My mom's phone will go off for a solid 45 seconds with the most obnoxious Motorola ringtone. And I'm a nice person. I respect my mom. So I said, "Mom, you gonna answer the phone?" She said, "Oh, it's just a text message." Like, you could have fooled me. It sounded like an Amber Alert. My dad still leaves voicemails like I have an actual answering machine. He's like, "Austin, I know you can hear me. Pick up the phone. I know you're there. If you're at home, pick up the phone. Okay, call me back." The other day, he's like, "Did you send me a fax?" I was like, "A fax, Dad? Did I send you a fax?" It's like, that was a text message. Lady at the thrift store having a real heavy conversation on her Bluetooth. I literally had to turn away from the 90s board games that I was looking at just to stare at this woman for the slight chance that she might realize I hate her. Oh. So my girlfriend's a first grade teacher, and I love what she does. She's good at it. But there's times where she makes it sound like she's living like a 6-year-old version of Days of Our Lives. Like, the drama is real. She's like, "Well, first off, there's not enough spots in the kiddie club, and Jessica's on the left out, so now she's plotting revenge. She's gonna backstab anyone that stands in her way." She's like, "Bane's in love with everyone except for Sarah, so she's now abusing grape juice and fruit snacks, so we don't know what to do there." But then she also talks to me like I'm a detached father of like a weird version of John and Kate plus like 18 too many. Like I have a connection with these kids. She's like, "Gregory got hurt on the playground, knocked his teeth out, don't remember that. Sam's having a hard time making friends, still smells like pee. Connor just came out of the closet." I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" I have nothing. So I've started avoiding conversations with people who post on social media too much. And some will take offense. And my argument's like, "Well, yesterday you told the world what you want to have for lunch and how it was yum, yum, delicious. Followed it up with passionate political views. Based on that, I don't think you can have a decent conversation." Oh. Thank you. I've been informed that I keep myself very closed off and distant from people that I don't like. And it hurts, coming from someone I keep very distant and closed off. So I got 7 booms at the sports outlet store the other day. My dog and I had gone in there to go get him a new Frisbee. Put my merchandise up on the counter. The cashier's like, that's a nice Frisbee. Boom! I'm like, what? This is already going to be the most entertaining conversation I'll have today. He's like, your total's $10.49. Boom! You got 51 cents coming back to you. Boom! I'm like, what? Didn't realize I was getting into small talk in a fireworks show. He's like, here's your receipt. Boom! I can throw that away for you. Boom! I'm like, look down at my dog. He's like, what is with all the commotion? Gives me one more on the way out. He's like, enjoy your day. Boom! I literally left the conversation energized. On the walk home, my dog decides to take a poop in a small grassy patch. And I do what anybody would do and, just smash it in with my shoe. No, I pick it up with the colorful bags that I carry with me. While picking up my dog's equivalent to the morning masterpiece, I see my buddy and his 2 kids walking my way, I'd say 6 and 7. While walking by and giving a friendly hello, I look down at one of the young gentlemen and go, here you go, buddy. I got this for you. Bright-eyed, the kid just looks up and is like, thank you. As I turn and watch this kid walk away with his newfound treasure, the only thing I could think of was, boom, am I right? And then some kid, some dog poop. Boom, Lilac City Live. This place is sweet. Make some noise, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Boom, good set, man. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you actually do ride a bike, though, right?
Yes, I ride a bicycle.
And you started a thing?
Yeah, I'm doing a bike ride end of this summer. September 13th, I take off. It's going to be just all open mic comedy from here to LA.
So you're doing a bike tour?
Bike tour, all self-contained. All pioneered, whatnot. Camping, comics couches, open mics. I feel like I can do open mic runs. Yeah, Seattle, Portland. Sacramento, San Fran.
Vancouver.
Cool, man.
Vancouver for sure.
When is that again?
I take off end of summer. So
are you trying to set up maybe a little thing so
I'm going to do a fundraiser. I'm from Sandpoint. I forgot, I guess I didn't get that out of there. But so I'm going to do a fundraiser in Sandpoint, Angels Over Sandpoint. They're going to help me out. I think there's some other stuff that we're figuring out. I got a Facebook page, comedy bike and mic tour. If you want to check it out. Doesn't have much on it right now, but I feel like as the bike ride goes on, that's when
you'll get content.
That's when things will start to happen. But yeah, so it's like it is a tough trying to promote. You're like, hey, check us out. It's got nothing. But yeah. But
it will
I'm
be.
excited for it.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
I want to document it in a way where hopefully, it can be a story worth telling for sure.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, great. Do you have anything else coming up? Do you have any?
Not at the moment. Yeah.
No?
I was gonna say, wait, tables, come to Ivano's in Sandpoint. Oh, yeah, you can tip me well.
Head out to Sandpoint and get some tips.
That's about it. But thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Austin Langley, everybody. Thanks for coming up. All right, Sean. Well, we're down to the wire. Where do we at? We ever said this?
The comedy section is more or less done.
Yeah. That's about it. We're gonna get right back to Summer in Siberia. You guys want to come back up?
You guys got another song in you? Okay.
Oh,
perfect.
right.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Did you like the last one? What was the last one called? Oh yeah, I love that one. It's a good one. Good one. Do you guys have any shows coming up soon here?
Friday the 13th of April at the Bartlett with Sisters. So Sis and Sisters. And if anybody has a band named Bro or Brothers, you can probably hop on. Bros and Sis and probably be fun. Yeah.
Sibs. We can throw that together tomorrow.
We got a prog rock project.
You guys have some merchandise in the back there.
Please go
next
buy
to the
some,
stairs there. They got albums, T-shirts.
Screen prints by my wife, who was on this show earlier.
My
Did
wife.
you guys see her?
Nice. And anything else? You guys play Volume, yeah?
Doing Volume, yeah?
I don't know. I think we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. It's a safe bet, folks.
It is a safe bet.
What are you gonna play us out with?
It's called Deep End. It's going to be on our new EP that's coming out when I stop being lazy.
Oh, okay.
Story of my life.
All right, well, Summer Siberia is going to play, and then we're going to, if you want to stick around, we're going to give away some prizes if you used your library card, and we'll give away a few things. But thanks so much for coming out to Lilac City Live. Big thank you to all our guests, Kris Crocker, Jessie Hynes, the Ditch Kids.
Yep. Thank you, Austin
Langley. Big thanks to Banksy for coming on, and Summer in Siberia, take it away.
Thank you.